Welcome back to the Edgewater Race Report. Competitors, race fanatics, this is what it's all about. We're talking the World Series, the Super Bowl, March Madness, NBA Finals, WrestleMania, all of that rolled into one. It is, when it comes to Edgewater, this is the biggest race weekend of the year. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Dick Wiley Memorial Race is here. Back on the Edgewater Race Report, I, Rick Vickery, Rob Wiley, out on the scene. He's been hustled away, getting everything ready for this week. Rob, it's almost here. Are you ready to go?
We are in process of getting everything ready to go. We just painted the starting line all fresh green and white and getting everything ready to go for this weekend. We've got all the grounds cut, looking good. All the food's coming in, all the equipment we need is coming in. It's going to be ready to go. It's going to be a great weekend.
I say, real quick, we usually look back. I wanted to just real quick, we're not going to go through the usual rundown, but I want to mention this because what a tremendous crowd, and we're only hoping to grow on that this weekend and expecting an absolute packed house for the festivities for the Dick Wiley Memorial Race.
Yeah, we're expecting about 250 cars coming in for the bracket race Saturday and Sunday. And our guests from the Nostalgia Drag Racing League, we should have up to 100 of them. And these are some really cool stuff. Running on index, I got 7.0 and 7.5.
That is awesome. Always great to have our friends at the NDRL at the track, but especially to be a part of this weekend. Again, the main event, the marquee for the season is here. Hey, we are getting ready. 4 big days on the schedule. Of course, it's going to get going Thursday the 18th with Tune and Test. Now, I like it. Now, I'm really excited for it. Outside of the bread and butter, the bracket racing through the weekend is going to be incredible, but a very special feature coming at everybody Friday night is we got the Friday night shootouts.
Yeah, Friday night we've got a 64-car shootout, and we've got a 16-car shootout for our juniors as well.
Now, are all those spots filled? I had seen that you did have that looks. We've got a very special guest joining us here, but real quick.
Yeah, Jason here is the race director extraordinaire for the NDRL. He also will moonlight every night and then for us filling in, occasionally. Sure. And would love to have him. He's going to make things run really smooth for these guys. It's going to be a great show.
Well, Jason, hopefully you can hear me there. I know we got a little bit different stuff than we're used to, but, Rob was just talking about the car count expected. Your crew possibly bringing in 100+ cars?
Yeah, we had 2 weeks ago, we had 105 in Norwalk. So I expect anywhere between 80 and 100 cars, absolutely.
That's going to be incredible there. Now, Jason, what separates you from the norm? What makes the Nostalgia Drag Racing so special?
Well, all of our cars are 79 and older. The big thing is we don't use electronics. All these guys bracket racing have delay boxes and all that good stuff. We don't allow fuel injection unless it's the old Hillborn style. So everything is either off a button to trans brake, a lot of guys foot brake, but it's all older style drag racing before the electronics came along, and just some really old cool cars and fast.
I was going to say fast. What kind of speeds are we looking at, or who are some of the names to keep an eye out for the fans?
Well, our 7.0 program is always very tight. We had the top 4 qualifiers run 7.00 with a 5. They all ran. So what separated them was the mile an hour, and 2:05 took the top spot. 2:01 took the second spot, and then I think it was 1:99, 1:98. So they're all right about 200 miles an hour in the 7.0 class. Then we've got a 750 index class. It's the competitiveness in those 2 classes are very tight. One of the stars of that 750 class is Kelly Friels Key out of Island, Kentucky, and she's a past champion and looking to do it again this year. We've got a local guy, James Hayes, that's currently leading the points. Black Corvette. Yep, you see him down here every now and then. He's actually going to run. He's leading the points in another series also, and he's going to go race there Friday and Saturday. Show up here Sunday with no qualifying runs, jump on the bottom of the ladder and give it a shot. So that'll be one to watch also.
That is also with the NDRL. I know that Rob had been talking about that you have some of your competitors coming in as early for tune-in test. So if any of the fans want to get in some excitement there and catch what they can do on the track, they're going to be spread out through the weekend.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of them coming in tomorrow, and then they plan on testing Friday. We don't qualify till Saturday morning. A few might test tomorrow night, but I expect most of them to wait until Friday. But I would say, testing wise, I'd say, most of them will test. So it'll be, at least probably 30, 40, 50 cars testing on Friday night.
Wow,
yeah, Friday's going to be a really good night.
That's going to be, that's going to be in addition to, can check out the shootout that is going on the track there Friday night. Roll that into Saturday. Now Jason, a little bit, about yourself. I know you've had a long history in the race game, but a little bit how you got, how you hooked up with the NDRL and how you kind of rose through those ranks with the group.
Well, it all started right here. They. In the very early stages of the NDRL, when their car counts were low and they were just building themselves, they came to Edgewater. And it's been 8 years ago, and that's how I met them. Said, man, these are some really cool cars. And over the winter, their numbers were growing, and they needed somebody to help run their race program. The guy that was running the race program was also the president and also racing, and he just couldn't do it all. And we negotiated a contract over the winter, and I've been there ever since. Just a great group of people to be involved with. I'm honored to be a part of this group. They never cease to amaze me on how they come together as a whole. If one person has a problem, everybody chips in, parts, time, labor, whatever they can do. And that's pretty much the drag racing community in a whole,
Definitely.
That works like that. But you see it more because I call it a traveling circus. So we're the same group of people together once a month, 6 times a year, and they just everybody gets along. There's no resentment or anything with anybody. It's just a really, really great group of people.
A true family atmosphere, and you are correct. You see it across the board when it comes to the sport of drag racing. Now, Jason, you had mentioned, I think it's especially cool that you kind of got started where you started really helping this thing grow. You got to be a part of it. It's happened right there at Edgewater. So how important is it for you to be a part of a big event like this, where they honor, Mr. Wineley, Rob's father, who, built this dynasty, and now that we kind of remember him and give back in his honor for the memorial race?
Well, Dick, I started working here at Edgewater in my early 20s. And, of course, Dick taught me everything I know. So this race means a lot to me. One, it's my home track. I know everybody. When I come down here, it's like Cheers. Everybody knows your name. And to be able to bring my group back down here, and, thanks to Rob and the whole family for inviting us down, it really means a lot to me, and I'm excited for this weekend.
Yeah, I've been working. I know. 3 years to make this happen, and I'm really excited about it.
I am too.
Well, I know the family, the staff, the community, absolutely excited for it. The NDRL going to be such a major part of the memorial race this weekend.
Absolutely.
Well, Jason, I'd like to thank you for your time in joining us here on the Edgewater Race Report. More than welcome to stick around with us, because we're just going to kind of go. We're going to talk about some of the bracket racing, what's on the line there, and run through the schedule. But again, right there, the main event at that great attraction, Nostalgia Drag Racing League.
Thank you.
You've also got indexes at 8.0, 8.5.
Yeah. So our 2 quickest categories are the 7.0 index, 7 seconds in a quarter mile. We talked about a couple 100 miles an hour, and a 750, and then we separate the gas cars, which are door cars, any full body cars, against the comp cars, which are altereds, front engine dragsters, anything that doesn't have doors, center steer cars, stuff like that. We index them in half-second increments, the quickest being 8 seconds and the slowest being 10. So it's 8 seconds, 850, 9 seconds, 950, and 10.0 in the quarter mile. And separate those 2 classes. The Pro Gas class is always our biggest class. We'll average, 40 cars there, so 20 or so in comp, and then the remaining cars in 750 and 70. And we've been pretty solid with 14 to 18 car fields in both of those this year. So no shortage of fast cars, no shortage of cool cars, no shortage of cars you've probably never seen before. Pat Friels will be here in his 1966 Pontiac GTO. He's been here to test before, and that's a 7.0 car in a quarter mile. His daughter Kelly is in the 750 class. They just put a new motor in it yesterday, so they called and they wanted to make sure they could test Friday, and I told them absolutely. Rocket Man Robbie Friels is in the 7.0 class, also part of the Friels family. We call it the Friels Circus, and they'll bring 3 cars plus a couple more in the group that run with them. So they usually bring 5, 6, 7 cars sometimes just with that group. So there's going to be a lot to see in the pits. And as always, these guys welcome everybody in their pits. Come in, talk to them. If you got a kid, they'll put it in the car and take pictures. Don't be shy. These are some really nice people, and they like their cars and they like to show them off, and they like people to come over and take pictures and put their kids in and stuff. So it'll be a really good time.
It's real fan friendly as well. This is old school quarter mile heads up racing. So it gets really exciting, and just love to see it.
I'd say that is awesome. So for all of our fans out there, make sure you're out mingling in the pits, talking to the drivers, hearing their stories, make that connection, because it just makes it that much more exciting when you're watching them on the track.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Rob, thank you for coming down, spending some time for us, and we'll get ready for this weekend.
I'm excited. We'll see you.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, special thanks there to Jason from the NDRL. Really looking forward to that. But Rob, hey, I want to go back to Friday. This is pretty exciting. The Friday, getting things going. It's shootout time, baby.
We're going to have small tire, not small tire, but we're having slick tire only tune-in test on Friday. So if you want to test your hard tire car, it's got to be Thursday night. But we've got our shootouts on Friday night. We got a 64 car shootout, and we've got our 16 car junior shootout as well.
Now, I expect, I've seen that those, you try to keep everybody updated. Are the fields full for that? Can anyone still get in?
Instantly.
I knew they would. People, clamoring, but you have some people last minute cancellation. I saw you even had an alternate list floating around out there. But hey, 64-16, that's going to be a lot of fun Friday night.
We keep getting pushed to have maybe another 32 car shootout for the cars as well. So.
Okay, well, hey, stay tuned. Facebook.com/Edgewater Race. Hey, come down. You never know what's going to happen with the turnout and the demand. Now, Rob, we get into Saturday and Sunday, the bread and butter that makes the world go round at Edgewater. Of course, we're talking about bracket racing, baby. All classes going to be represented.
Yeah, our Dick Wyman Memorial, we pay $7,500 to win. It's an all run. $7,500 to win each day, both Saturday and Sunday. We also have $750 to win for the last no box standing. So we do a lot of neat things for this. We're going to separate door cars and dragsters. We're also going to separate no box and box for as long as possible before we have to put them back together and run as one.
Very nice. So keep them all kind of, no pun intended here, in their lanes until you got to merge them. So there's going to be some extra payouts there. As you said, $7,500 to guarantee.
Over no box. So we've seen no box guys go a long way, but we want to give those guys that nice $750 to win for the last no box standing. They can always win it all.
Very nice. And it looks like here, you want to talk about a nice little prize. The future stars of drag racing today, the juniors going to be at it. Looks like they've got 1,000 up for grabs inside of their bracket for Saturday and Sunday.
Great junior payout. We've got a few weeks ago, we had our 2-day 5K. We had 28 juniors on Saturday and 22 juniors on Sunday. And we're expecting even for those numbers to be higher for this one. Paying $1,000 to win, $250 runner-up, $100 each for semis. And Jason, the DRL, just told me last night he was going to add $200 each day to the juniors purse. So we're paying out down to 8 spots. We're paying out $50 each on quarters as well. So for juniors.
Very, very nice. Okay, thank you to them for kicking in. It was such a special division there, and it's nice to see when they can get that brighter spotlight on them. Now, Rob, again, that we got the bracket racing Saturday and Sunday. Let's run down it all. Thursday night, tune and test. Gate time, sir.
Gates open at 5 o'clock on Thursday. Track is hot around 5:30 for tune and test, and we go roughly till 10:30, depending on turnout and things like that. On Friday, we're going to open the gates up a little bit early at 4 o'clock. Track's going to be hot around 5:30. We're going to have start juniors time runs for the shootout at 7, and time run for the shootout for cars at 7:30. Then we'll run right into eliminations, and we'll fit in our slick tire tune and test in the mix.
All right, now Saturday, back at it.
On Saturday, our gates open at 9 a.m. Track goes hot for time runs at 10:30. We're going to give everybody a time run. We're expecting about 250 cars for the race. And then Sunday, we're going to do gates open at 9 as well. We're going to have church at 9. We're going to have church there also at 9. And at 10 o'clock, we're going to have new entry time runs. And I'm going to roll right into elimination so we can try to get finished a little bit earlier on Sunday.
That is awesome, Rob. Again, I know how hectic your week has been. You've been working away. That this is what it's all about. But I can tell you, at the end of this thing, it's going to be one of the biggest rewards that you've had of the season, and the whole family is going to be proud of what the race community has come together to do in honor, remembering your father, of course, for the Dick Weinley Memorial Race.
Yeah, my job basically is just to be a big party planner each weekend. We're expecting to have a great time this weekend. We have time on Saturday night. We'll do a pit vehicle race. That's always a blast, and have a great time and enjoy this weekend. You guys going to come in Thursday night and pit all weekend, and we can do that as well.
Now, Rob, before we get out of here on this week's episode of the Edgewater Race Report, maybe just a message from you and the family to everybody out there about why this weekend is so special and what it means to you to have as many people as involved.
40 years of my father owning Edgewater. He touched a lot of people. It means a lot to a lot of people. Jason was telling me some stories earlier, bringing me to tears. He and my dad were really, really close, really tight. And it's just it means a lot for us, for everybody to come in and celebrate his life with us on this race, and to remember him. And it's just a great feeling, and we really appreciate everybody that comes in and each year and does this with us.
Well, it is going to be an incredible weekend of race action. Everything looks to be going smooth. The place has a fresh little coat paint, so it's going to be nice and crisp for plenty of action coming your way. Rob, before we get out of here, anything else you'd like to add?
Come on down and see us. It's going to be an action-filled weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Lots of great fast bracket cars. Plus, I can't explain to you how cool these NDRL cars are and how exciting this heads-up racing, 200-mile-an-hour, quarter-mile cars. They're flying. It's some good stuff.
All right, it is going to be a spectacle, that is for sure. Hey, you're out there on the scene. I know you got to get back to work. You still got some prep to do to get ready for this thing. Yeah. The entire race community in the area is excited. Hey, if you're out there, if maybe you're just catching this thing, spread the word. If someone's never been down there to the experience, this is how you introduce them to Edgewater. This is how you introduce them to drag racing. It is coming up 4 big days, the festivities, the celebration, the incredible racing. You're not going to be able to beat it anywhere. It is the Dick Weinley Memorial Race. Again, it happens this weekend. We look forward to see everybody. Hey, for now, for this episode of the Edgewater Race Report, I'm Rick Vickery. He is Rob Weinley. And I say it every week, but we're absolutely holding you to it this one. We want to see you at the track.